Hello everyone. Hope you all are doing well. So welcome to our masterclass. So I'll brief you about Stu-Willy technology first, and then we will move to our masterclass. So let me brief you about Stu-Willy Technologies. So basically, Stu-Willy Technology Private Limited has a successful track record in the field of academia, research, training, recruitment, and job assistance since its inception in 2018. We also offer training and internship for all levels of the professional world. It starts from +2 level to a seasoned professional. We in Stu-Willy Technology emphasize academic and research development, as no civilization can survive without education and can't progress without research. We work with each applicant to prepare them for employment ready. Stu-Willy Technology bridges the gap between employer and employee via industry or product specific selection and pre-employment training. Just for a quick look, I am sharing my screen and showing all the unique services we Stu-Willy Technology Private Limited family holds. I hope my screen is visible to you all. So for learning and teaching platform, we have Prayug. For internship and training program, we have StuIntern. For professional resume builder, we have ResumeOcean. For job portal, we have Navrojan. For education, we have Vidyapun. For psychometric test, we have Sudakshta. And for research, we have Anushram. So these are all the services offered by Stu-Willy Technology. So we will now move to our commencement of our masterclass. So over to you, Surya.
Thank you, Arzu. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, Surya, you are. I request all of you to switch on your camera so that we can make this session interactive. So please, all of you, switch on your cameras. Yes, students, please do it fast. And all of you are requested to interact more and more with your mentor, because whenever he will be asking you something, please respond to him so that we can make the best use of this session. So over to you, Surya.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon, guys. So first of all, my name is Surya. I'm working as a CTO, as a Chief Technical and Research Officer, and I'm also a cybersecurity mentor. I'm delighted to welcome you all to this online webinar on the network security. So where we delve into the critical aspects of scanning networks, enumerating the networks, and exploiting the vulnerable servers. So what is the purpose of this webinar? So in today's digital world, the importance of network security cannot be overstated. So cyber threats are constantly evolving, and it is imperative for professionals to stay ahead of these threats. So this webinar aims to equip you with the knowledge and skills necessary to identify the vulnerabilities in a network infrastructure and take proactive measures to secure them. Then if come to this today's agenda, so what you're going to learn in this webinar. So you're going to learn on this workshop introduction to network scanning. So first you will know what is this network scanning and the different types of scanning techniques. We have a port scanning is there, host discovery scanning is there. So vulnerability scanning is there. Different types of scannings you are going to learn. And the next one is network enumeration. So what is this enumeration? And the tools or techniques for you are using for enumeration, how to enumerate the vulnerable services. And the next thing is exploiting the vulnerable servers. This is the major part. So what is this exploitation? So how it will work? What are the common vulnerabilities are there? And what are the common exploitation methods, tools and best practices for the exploiting vulnerabilities? And the practical demonstration, it will be a live demonstration of network scanning and enumeration and exploiting. So that is our thing. So what you're going to learn this one. So a comprehensive understanding of network scanning techniques, like how to use them effectively to identify the potential vulnerables. So the ability to enumerate the networks and uncover the valuable information about a network services and the resources. And think as a practical experience through live demonstrations you will get. So these are the things we are going to discuss, and these are the things you are going to learn. And first thing, I'm going to ask you one thing. So what is the difference between the scanning and enumeration? Do you have any idea about scanning and enumeration? Yes. Okay. Any response from everyone? No, maybe the same. No, it's not same. I'll give you the clarity about these two things. See, the scanning and enumeration comes under the phases of ethical hacking. Okay. So phases of ethical hacking is, in scanning you can scan the network, that how many hosts are in the network. Not only host, Ankush. So we will find the vulnerabilities also even in the scanning. Let me explain first. So the scanning and enumeration comes under the phases of ethical hacking. These are the second stage of ethical hacking. So the purpose of scanning is finding the number of entry points to a server or your target system. Enumeration means gathering of information. No, enumeration is different and information gathering is different. Okay, so let me explain this. Let me share my screen. It will be easy to you. Okay, so the phases of ethical hacking, we have a five phases are there. So first phase is the info gathering. I mean information gathering. Second phase is scanning and enumeration. Gaining access. Maintaining access. Clearing tracks. Report. Enumeration means find some vulnerable on that network. Yes, you are right there. To extract detailed information about the target. Yeah, yeah. What is its name? Momka Mangachari. You didn't get it. Scan for host and services, enumerate service. Scan for host and enumerate services. More info about the services to explore. Yes, Mayank, it is fine. That's good. Scanning for host. Identify the open port services, live host. Yes, Aman. Okay. Yeah, it's right. So these are the five phases of successful hacking. Suppose if you want to hack a particular system, you have to follow all these five steps for the successful hacking. So the information gathering, all you already know that. So gathering some information about your target, like it will be a passive information gathering or it will be a active information gathering. The scanning and enumeration, these are the major part. See, suppose your target is a server. Okay, okay, there is a one server is there, that is your target. Suppose you want to know how many entry points to the server because you want to steal something from that server. Just assume it is a home. You want to steal something from this home, that the thing will be here. So these things will be a secret locker or something else, it is there. So you want to rob this one, but you don't know how many entry points, how many doors are there for this house. So in the scanning phase, okay, in the scanning phase, you will find how many entry points to this door, which means ports. HTTP port, FTP port, telnet port, SSH port. These are the ports, are also known as entry points to the server. Okay. So in the second phase, you will find scanning. In the scanning phase, you will find how many entry points to the server. But in the enumeration phase, you will find which entry point is the more vulnerable. Suppose just assume this is a port number 22, 21, 80, 443. So port number 21 is a FTP, port number 80 HTTP, port number 443 it's a HTTP. Yes. Suppose in the enumeration phase, you will find which port, I mean which door is vulnerable to entry into the house. Suppose these two ports are built with, like, I mean these two doors. Okay, just assume these ports as a doors. Okay, these two doors are built with a strong material. Okay, like a iron and all things. But this port they are using a like somewhat normal material like a wooden door or somewhat it's a grills door. Like this they are using. It is a vulnerable port. In the enumeration phase only, you will find which door is vulnerable, which door is a entry point, easy entry point without any keys. So we can simply break the door and we can enter into the house and we can do whatever you wish. Got it? So this is the scanning and reporting. Gaining access, like whenever you exploited this one, if you got an access to the house, that is called gaining access. So creating a backdoor in the house, that is called maintaining access. So clearing all the tracks, like all the footprints, whatever you have done, so all your fingerprints, footprints, you have to remove that one. That is a clearing tracks. And the last is a reporting, so that you have to report the organization administrator. So this is what we have found. So these are the vulnerabilities. So within all these doors, this door is a vulnerable one. So please change this door as soon as possible, because if it is there, anyone can enter into the house by using this door easily. So without any key, we can enter the house using this door. So this is what we have to mention in the report. Is it clear, guys, for everyone? This one? Anyone have any doubts? Anyone have any doubts? Yes, I'm showing the practical also. I'm just telling you the what is the basic things. So next we will move on to the vulnerable server exploitation, how to exploit and all things. Okay. Okay. So before moving to that one, we just go through these nmap commands, because these are the things, these are the commands we are using for the scanning. So without these commands, you don't get the such type of information about your target. Okay. Yeah, it's good. It's clear for everyone. Okay, so the tool we are using for the scanning and enumeration is Nmap tool. So is a network mapping tool. So we can use this tool for the scanning. Okay, we can use this tool for the information gathering also. So the first thing, if you want to scan a particular single IP address, and this is the command to scan a single IP address, Nmap IP address. We just need to give Nmap and the IP address. Okay, so if you want to scan a set of IP addresses, range of IP addresses, suppose there is a 20 systems are connected in your network. Okay, you want all the ports. Okay, you want all the ports for all the systems. So you can use this command nmap 192.168. So here we are providing the subnetting range. So it is a starting one and this 255 is the ending one. Okay, like this you can provide. So what it will do, it will check within between the 1 to 255. So how many systems are connected to your network. For every system you will get the how many open ports are there. Got my point? Yes. Yes, Aman, Mayank, CIDR. Okay. Suppose if you don't know the IP address of your target system, even though you can provide that domain address. Okay, you can provide the domain address. Simply you can type nmap google.com, you will get the data, and it will show you the what is the IP address of the google.com also. Okay, nmap. So it is a CIDR notation. If you want to scan all the networks, all the devices in the network, you can use this one. And if you want to provide a list of IP addresses, you can use this command nmap -i targets.txt. So it is a text. So it will be a randomly, it will select 100 host. It will select 100 random host in a network. Yeah, then can you please turn off? So trace route, so same thing in Windows or Linux. So trace route it useful for like how many hops distance between your PC and your target system. It will show you the what are the distance, like how many hops are there. There is another commands too for IP address like big domain name, etc. Yeah, a lot of applications also there. But I'm just showing like, so sometimes you don't have a possibility to use a GUI like a graphical user interface. That time you have to use the CLI only. So Multigo, Shudan, and Nmap, these are the tools for the information gathering tools. Yeah. So now you can use this one for randomly scanning the 100 host. Nmap exclude IP. So if you want to exclude a particular IP within the scan range, you can use this command. So here in place of IP address, you just like mention your original IP address. Okay. Suppose if you want to scan all the ports, how many ports are there? You can use this command, all ports scan. I think is my screen is visible to. No, it's not visible to you guys. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I forgot to share it now. So just took a screenshot of all these things. Just took a screenshot, guys. All the ports. See how many ports we are having? 65,535 ports we are having. If you want to scan all the ports, you have to use nmap command -p-. Then only it will scan the all ports in a network. Then nmap -p21. Suppose if you want to scan a particular port only, but because you want to exploit only one port, okay, so you just want to know whether this port is available, this port is opened or not in your target system. At that time you can use this type of command. Guys, I'll get back to you after the list, this chapter completion. Then you can ask me some doubts. Okay, nmap-p 1 to 100, it's a range of ports. Suppose you want to scan from the range of 1 to 100 ports, it is available or not in your target system. Okay, you only targeting from the one port to 100th port, so that you can know. So within these ports, how many ports, like how many numbers you will get: 21 FTP, 22 SSH, telnet, SMTP, domain, HTTP. So majorly these 5 ports you will get within this 1 to 100. So it's a port a range scan. Then if you don't know the numbering of the ports, so that you can use the -p, the port service name also. So you don't know the port number for the HTTPS, MySQL. It's so nothing will happen. You just mention the what is the port name. Okay, what is the service name? So if you want to know whether this port is available or not, at that time you can use this one. Okay, and the next one, nmap SV. This is for service version. See why? What is the purpose of finding the service version? Suppose if your target is using the PHP for developing a website. Okay, PHP they are using for developing a website. You don't know the what are the PHP version they are using. It might be vulnerable. A developer, they don't know about these are the vulnerable version, and these are not the vulnerable version. They'll use some latest version. If their requirement is there in the old versions, they might use the old versions. But we know the so in which a version have this vulnerabilities and all things. So it is necessary to check what is the version they are using for developing the website or developing the servers. Chat 6 lakh bro, congratulations. When we scan the most of the time found no vulnerability, can you make some valuable important comment to find vulnerabilities so that we can move further? I thought the basic is knows, everyone knows. Could you please come to the point? If there is no newbies, a lot of newbies are there, Raju Sharma. So they don't even know like what is scanning and enumeration. That's why I'm teaching here. See, I'm new to cybersecurity there, so please continue the basics only. So there are a lot of some newbies also there. So please have some patience. So in the next version, next thing is a service version. So service version now we have discussed, and the next one is aggressive scan. So this aggressive scan command, you will get some structured type of data. There you can see what the vulnerable points. So in the vulnerable, like in the aggressive scan also, we will find some vulnerabilities also. Okay, and the next one is OS detection. So if you want to know what is your target operating system, suppose you want to exploit your target mission, but you don't know which operating system they are using. Whether they are using the Linux operating system or they are using the Windows operating system, you don't know. At that time, you can use this command to get to know what is the operating system they are using. Okay. So there's a network scan command. Okay, then the next one is, these are the some things for evading the bypassing, like evading the firewalls, bypassing the IPS IDS things. These are the timing and performance scans. So with this one we can evade and bypass the firewalls. See, this is the paranoid scan T0. It will start from the T0 to T5. This is the paranoid scan. It is a very slow scan. Very means very slow scan. Even for the basic scan, it will take within 3 to 4 seconds normally. But if you use this one, what will happen? It will divide the data. If it will divide the request into smaller bits, then it will transfer to the target one. So then only you will get the data. So for the normal thing, it will take a 5 to 10 minutes of time for the basic command also. I'll show you. And this one is somewhat T1 is better than, somewhat is better than the T0. Not that much, but this is also very slow one. So it is also a technique for the evading the bypass, evading the firewalls and all things. And T2 is a polite one. These are the things are using further. So these things are used for like consuming the low resources, low bandwidths and all things. And the T3, so these are the normal commands we are using. So whatever the scanning you are doing, suppose if you are writing nmap, this is the IP address and this is the command. So at that time the T3 will be applicable. It's a normal scan. And the T4, aggressive scan. So if you do using the T4, if you are mention the hyphen T4, you will get the result very fastly. But the firewall will detect you. So someone is scanning our network and someone is gathering our data. Okay, so even the T5 also, it's a insane, it's most fast from the aggressive. So you will get the data within 2 to 3 minutes. Whatever the scan you are giving, everything you will get. So these are the some basic commands we are using for finding the open ports and all things. Okay, so we can customize the nmap commands also. So whatever the things you want, like if you want to know these ports only, I want like a 4 ports on, I want to check in the target server. Okay, so for the 4 ports I want a service version also, and that too I want some operating system, what are the operating system they were using. So like this you can use a customization commands. Got my point? Is it clear for everyone? These are the basic commands. Yes. because I can move on to the directly point, like just I can open the Kali Linux, I can type this nmap commands and all, but you will get some confusion like what is these commands without explaining these commands. If I go to that, definitely you'll get some confusion. That's why I'm explaining this one. If you have any doubts, just let me know. Okay, so you want to take a screenshot, 1 second. Okay, I'm sharing in the chat box. No issues, guys. Yes, we can use nmap-h for the command help. Yeah, so I have shared the document in the chat box. Please, everyone, please download that one. If you some range of IPs and you don't have the specific target IPs, Hemant, I didn't get it. Can you please come again? If you have the mic access, you can turn on your mic and you can directly talk to me. Okay, so first we will install the vulnerable servers and everything. So for this one, we require to download VirtualBox. Okay, so everyone, please just already know. So please don't mind. I'm teaching this for the newbies. So just type VirtualBox. So why we are using VirtualBox instead of dual booting? See, whenever you are performing an attacks, it might be a chance to damage your hardware also. That's why I'm using the VirtualBox. So it will take the hardware support, but it will not interrupt the hardware. Okay, so go to this virtualbox.org. I'm sharing this link in the chat box. Okay, so here VirtualBox, download the VirtualBox 7.0 is there. Click on this button. So here select according to your operating system. So here my system is a Windows host. I'll just click on this one. Automatically it will download. I'm just stopping this one. I already have this. It's okay. So just after downloading this one, it will be look like this. Okay, so VirtualBox 7.0. Then double tap on this one. If it is asking for any security question like yes or no, just hit enter the yes. Okay, so welcome to the Oracle VM VirtualBox setup. Then click on next. Go with the default installation only. So next is yes, install. Now is it visible to everyone? Yeah. So now just start Oracle VM VirtualBox. After installation, finish it. So here you can see it is started, and just pin to the taskbar if you want. I'll pin this taskbar. Okay, so this is the VirtualBox. So here you have to install the Kali Linux and the vulnerable server. So that for Kali Linux, you just need to go to the Kali official page, that kali.org. So from here you can download the you can use a VMware, but the main thing in the VMware is it will be some lag issues. Suppose if you are using a 16 GB RAM also, it will consume a lot of RAM in the VMware. but the problem solving in the VMware is little bit difficult. You cannot can understand the what is the problem, what is the actual problem, the internet problem you may rise. Earlier, I'm just using the VMware only. I have faced a lot of issues. That's why I switched to the VirtualBox. So just open the kali.org. Okay, I'm sharing this link also in the chat box. Okay, then click on the download button here. So select here, instead of installer image, select virtual machines. Select here the virtual box. Automatically the download will be start. So it's nearly 3.1 GB. I'll cancel this one. Okay, after downloading this one, it will look like this one. Okay, so for extracting this one, you need to download the WinRAR. Okay, you need to download the and install the WinRAR. So this one you have to download. So just download this one. I already have, just download and install the default one. Okay, so then come to this Kali Linux, right click on this one. So go to the WinRAR, extract here. So it will take a 2 to 3 minutes of time to extract all these things. So meanwhile, we will try to download the vulnerable server also. The vulnerable server is a Metasploitable 2 server. So here you can click, here you can download the thing. Just click on this source forge. I'll share this link in the chat box. So automatically it will download. Okay, after downloading this one, that one also you need to extract. So after extracting the Kali Linux, it will look like this. You will get a 2 image files. One is a VDF file and VBox file you will get. Okay, so we will see that Metasploitable 2 also how it will be. So this Metasploitable 2 will be a normal zip. Okay, so normal zip. Right click on this one, and here extract all button is there. Extract it. Okay, and then extract. So it will take a nearly 1 to 2 minutes. Then it will be extracted. So okay. Meanwhile, we will install the Kali Linux. So just go to this Kali Linux. We have a blue box is there and orange box is a VBox and VDA box. Just double tap on this blue color box. It has some pre-built inbuilt settings will be there. Automatically it will install the Kali Linux in the virtual box. Okay, so you just need to make some changes here. So just go to the settings and so go to the advanced. Ensure that shared clipboard will be the bidirectional to all, and the display. If you want to do all these things, you can. If you are feeling any lag issues, you can use you can increase the memory to base memory to 2048 to like however you want. You can increase the process if you are feeling the PC is running slow and all. Go to the network and select here the bridged network instead of NAT. Then click on OK. So now the Kali Linux has been installed. Just start it. So now we will install the Metasploitable 2. So after extracting the Metasploitable 2, we have a 5 files is there. So for this one, we need to create a one file in the one virtual space in the VirtualBox. So here I am giving the meta 2. The micro type is Linux. Version is Debian 64-bit. Then click on next. So here I'm giving just only one process, two processors and 2 GB of RAM. Then click on next. So here I'm using the use an existing virtual hard disk. So here I click on add. We'll go to the downloads. I'll select this one. That's it. Choose next, finish. So like this, we need to install the Metasploitable to the vulnerable server and just change the settings, network settings, bridge settings on bridge adapter. Then click on OK. Then start this mission also. So the Kali Linux already started. So the default username password for the Kali Linux is Kali and Kali. Okay. And here we have some different things are there. So this is the applications where you can see all the applications will be there. And here is the terminal. Okay. So first we will start with the basic commands of see. So these two systems are there in the same network. Okay. So our target is the Metasploitable 2. We want to hack this Metasploitable 2 without touching the Metasploitable 2. Okay. So first we need to find what is the IP address of your target system. So if you want to find the IP address of your target system without touching it, okay. Network between host and virtual. Yeah, they bridge and NAT is like NAT is a private network. Okay, NAT is a private network and bridge network is the. So suppose if you're getting an IP address, like you're getting an internet from your router. Okay, for your laptop, you're getting an internet from the router. If you set to the NAT for your virtual box Kali Linux, you will get the internet from your PC, main PC. So your PC will act like as a router and it will provide the internet to you for your virtual box. If you use a bridge connection, the Kali Linux will go and directly connect to the router. So from the router, it will get the IP address and internet. Okay. So first, if you want to find what is the IP address of your target system without touching that, you can use a command called netdiscover sudo netdiscover. So if you run without this sudo, what will happen? So it won't run. It like as a in Windows we have a run as administrator is there, right? Like this in Kali also we have a sudo command is there. Then hit enter. It will ask you the password and it will find how many devices are there, how many devices are connected in this network, and it will show you like what these are the IP address and these are the MAC address of your target system. So meanwhile, we will go and check what is the IP address of your target system manually. So here we have a Metasploitable to login is there. I'm using MSF admin. So here is the thing is there login with MSF admin, MSF admin in the third line. So the password is invisible here, MSF admin. And here I'm using the ifconfig to know what is the IP address I'm using here. So here the IP address is 192.168.184.192. This is my IP address. So this is my target IP address. 184.192 is my target IP address. So here we will see, we will wait for a few more minutes. I think it is running with the 16, so it is checking these two things. Yeah. So meanwhile, we will run some nmap commands because we already know that what is the IP address of my target. So nmap command, the basic nmap command I'll run here with an IP address nmap 192.168.184.192. So here I'll get the what are the how many ports are there. Yes, Metasploit is a vulnerable server. So here also you can see here I got my IP address, my target IP address 184.192 PCS system technique GmbH. If you are using the virtual box, you will get the PCS system technique. So if you are using the VMware, you will get for everything, whatever the devices are there, for every device you will get the VMware. So it is showing the Intel corporates. I think it's mine, my main PC, and this is my target PC. Whenever you find your target IP address, okay, you just need to check whether the IP address is in a working condition or not. For this one, you can use a command called ping 192.168.0 dot sorry 184.192. So what is this purpose of ping? The first thing, it will show you whether the target host is a reachable condition or not, and the second one, what is the operating system it is working. So what is your target operating system also it will tell. Okay, so here you can see, so if you are getting the packets, okay, if you are getting the packets from your target server, so it is a in working condition. If you see here that the TTL value, TTL stands for time to live, and the TTL value is 64, that means your target system is a Linux based system. Okay, if you are getting the TTL value equals to 128, your target system is based on a Windows mission. Okay, got it. So sometimes you will get 128 for the Mac OS also. For at that time you have to perform the operating system like OS detection commanding. Okay, so first we will start with the basic nmap command. So here we have started there. So this is the basic nmap command. So here it will show you how many ports are there, like FTP port is there, SSH port, different ports it is showing, but it's only showing the top 1000 ports. It's not showing all 65,535 ports. It is just showing the top 1000 ports only, but I want all 65,534 ports. So for this one I have to use the command called nmap IP address -p-. This command I have to use to get to know how many ports are there, open ports are there in my target system. Here you can see 65,505 ports are closed, which means 30 ports has been opened in my target system. Okay, so these are the ports, and whenever you have seen the port name, you just need to find what is the version. Okay, what is the version, what is the operating system they are using. So first I'll customize my nmap command. Okay, I'll customize my nmap command -p-, and I want to know the operating system. For the operating system, I'm using the capital O, and I want a service version. So like this, I can customize the, yeah. So for fingerprinting, it requires a sudo. Okay, so you can customize as per your requirement. There, which operating system is operating system is security good, Windows or Mac or Linux. Security, if you come to the security, I'll prefer Linux, but even Linux also will be hackable. Even this Kali Linux also, we can change the Kali Linux password without, like, we can perform the password bypassing for this Kali Linux. There is some future is there. We can bypass the Kali Linux login bypass. We can perform everything. So nothing is secure in this world. You just need to be secure. Password jailbreak. Okay. Yeah, I'll go back to the session. So now here it is started the nmap scanning. So you will get what is the operating system they are using and service version for the all 65,535 ports. I'm using Parrot port. Parrot also it's fine. Parrot is also Linux based system only. And one more thing, guys, whenever you find the service version of your target system, what you have to do is, so you just need to check the service version in the internet. Okay, you just need to find the vulnerabilities is nothing but a loophole in a system whenever you saw a service version. Okay, suppose just assume php 5.2.4 is a well-known vulnerable server mission, like a vulnerable service version it is in the php, that is a php 5.2.4. 5.2.4. You just need to type 5.2.4 exploits, then hit enter. It will give you the some result regarding this 5.2.4. So what are the vulnerabilities are there? What are the exploits are there? See, CGIB remote code executions. So without touching the system, you can exploit the mission. Got my point? So whenever you find a service version, you just need to check the service version in the internet. So here you can see, so here we got the service version for each and every port. So here you can see the service version, and in the last we can see the operating system detection. Okay, so service information host is a metasploitable local domain, and the operating system is based on the Unix and Linux. So here a Linux operating system. So the target system is a Linux, and the version they are using is Linux 2.6.9 to 2.6.33. And the trace route, this is the network distance, one hop distance, because it's our nearby only. So with like there is no in between servers between you and your target system. Okay. So like this, you can find the vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities like open window of a host for a thief. Yeah, exactly, Ankush. Good. It's a good example. Yeah. See, if you target like if you focus on the first port, that is a FTP port. Okay, here the version is VSFTPD 2.3.4 is okay. So whenever you, what I said, whenever you find a like a version number, just copy the version, and go to the internet, search for this version. See, here you can see VSFTPD version 2.3.4 backdoor command execution. So there is a one vulnerability is there on that particular port version. So when it is disclosed on 2011, see if anyone, okay, whenever you are trying to scan a network, you have found one machine, okay, or one server you have found. So on that server, they are using FTP port. On that FTP port, they are using this vulnerable version. What you'll do, you can simply exploit the version without touching the system. You can take control of the system without touching it. Now we got this open port, but how to hack are there? I'll show you. Please be have some patience. So first you need to find. So there is some backdoor. So there is some vulnerability is there on that version. Okay. Whenever you found that version, whenever you found that this is a vulnerable, you just need to open a new terminal. You just need to open a new terminal. Okay. So here you have to use the command called MSF console. MSF console is a metasploit framework. So here we have a different exploits is the different payloads will be there. With the help of these exploits and payloads, we are hacking the target system. Means we are exploiting the target system. Okay. So then how? What is the process of doing all these things? See, first you need to search here the exact version of your target system. So here the version of my target system is VSFTPD 2.3.4. I'll search here, search VSFTPD 2.3.4, then hit enter. So here you can see there is only one exploit is there. Say exploits is nothing but there is a weapons is used to break the security. Okay, this is a kind of weapon we are using with having some gunpowder and like some bullets we are having. Okay, suppose just assume this is a gun, and what are the commands we are installing in this gun? Those are called bullets. Okay, so here is the exploit Unix FTPD 2.3.4 backdoor, and the rank is excellent. Disclosure date on 2011. It's confirmed. So here you can see the description is backdoor command execution. Okay, so with this one, without touching the server, you can execute, you can exploit the server. See, Just use the command use 0, then hit enter. So here you can see the payload has been configured to the defaulting to the CMD Unix interact. So here we just need to give the host value. So just select the command called options, type options. Okay. So here you need to set the R host value. Here you need to set the R host value. Set R host 192, 168, 184. What is the IP address? 192. So this IP address is my target IP address. So here I'm giving the sniper. So this is your target IP address. You have to break the security for this IP address. I'm just giving. Hit enter. Then just type the exploit command. Exploit command, and we are launching the exploitation. So once it is done, you will get a meter protect connection. You can control the system. So here you can see how we hack the system. So we got the shell. So shell has been opened. You can type whatever you wish. Suppose ID if I type. So here you get the UID. Suppose whenever you got the shell, you can type everything. Who am I? I'm a root user. So if you have any doubts, you can just simply type ifconfig. So if you are getting the IP address of your target system 192.168.184.192, then it is confirmed you have successfully exploited the target mission. So like this, you can exploit the target mission using their loopholes, using their vulnerabilities. Yeah, got it. Vishnu Shankar. Which one are you asking, Vishnu Shankar? How to find some files on that? Yeah, you just need to you just be an expert in the Linux commands there. So you have to perform it. Just type ls for the list of IPs, I mean list of files. So here you can see the bin is there, boot is there, CD-ROM, dev, I mean developer tools like etc, home, everything is there. Some media also is there. Okay, root also there. First I'll go to this root. I'll check. I'll go to this root. So now I'm in root. I'll check. So here is a desktop is there, reset block.sh is there. I'll go to this desktop, cd desktop. I'll type again ls. There is no files in the desktop. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll go back to the main directory. So here you can see that
भविष्य व्यर्थ है
hello Tejas.
तू
So your temp is there, user is there. So wherever you want to go, you can just go. You can download the files using the get and curl commands. You can use the different commands to download the things. Okay. So this is the one method to find the vulnerability. Okay. Yeah. If you are doing this in an external environment, how can we do it? Here our IP is a internal IP. Yeah. See, first thing, it should be in the same network. Otherwise, the IP address will be a public IP address. So these are the two chances only there. If you want to hack a system, you should be in that network. Otherwise, the IP address of your target system should be in a public mode. Okay. Yeah, Aaron, is it clear for you? Vishnu Shankar, you asked me to repeat one more. Which one you are asking? The same methodology? For God shell, how we hide our IP. Our process, we found that we can exploit private data of any IP address. It's was one second, guys. Alan, you're asking why for that one? Yeah. So it's not possible to hack the internal IP address. So the private IP address are the secure one. So it's not be accessible after this, like other than the network. It's not possible to enter into that, like it's not possible to access that IP address out of the network. It's only possible if you are in the same network only. Even though also, like if I use the NAT network for the metasploitable 2, I cannot access the metasploitable 2 in the same network also. Getting my point? So that first you have to hack the IP address, like hack the network. I mean, Wi-Fi. Then you have to enter into the organization network. Then you have to find the vulnerable points. So if there is a firewall, you can use this paranoid like a timing and performance to bypass the firewalls and all things. Like you can use a T0, T2, T1, like this you can use. Goyal, you're asking by the all over process, we found that we can exploit PVT like privately data of any IP address of its if it's version 2.3.4. Are you asking me or you are saying anything, Goyal? Yeah, Vishnu Shankar Mishra, I'll explain one more time. Give me a second. I'm asking you, I didn't get it, Goyal. You mean firstly, we have to connect with the organization network, then we can do the rest process. Yes. First, we have to connect to the organization network. You can connect using the VPN, or you have to hack the IP like Wi-Fi. Then you have to enter into the organization. Otherwise, yeah, Vishnu Shankar, I'll explain it one more time. See, Vishnu, up to this is clear for you. Oh, that we can explore. Okay. I have a question. If I don't have a target IP address, I'm not able to connect the system via reverse TCP payload. Then how can I have the target IP address and I'm not able to connect the system via reverse TCP payload? So with the help of IP address only, you can connect using the reverse TCP payload. Then without IP address, it's not possible to access the target system. So you should have a one thing, IP address you should have. Otherwise, you should be in their network and you can scan the network. There you can find the IP address of your target system. Yeah, Vishnu. Yes, with domain name also we can retrieve some information like you can perform the scanning and you can perform the enumeration also. Yeah, Vishnu, up to this is clear. Whenever you have seen this vulnerable version, like a version, you have to check for the vulnerabilities on this version. Okay, so two techniques are there. You can go with the internet, online Google, you can perform the Google, you can just search in the Google, you can find the vulnerabilities. Otherwise, okay, so we have a enumeration technique is there. So enumeration comes here. So please explain once again how to do it. If you have only one IP, what should be our methodology? Arun, I didn't get it. Like if I have only one IP means like your target IP should be one IP only. So you cannot concentrate more than one IP at a time. You cannot exploit. That even also not possible. For external, yeah, external means the IP should be in a public IP network. Public IP, which means it is available in the internet. It should be available in the internet. Otherwise, you have to hack their IP, like you have to hack their Wi-Fi. Then only you can perform that. IPv6. What if it's suppose IP is IP? Yeah, you can perform IPv6 also. It's not an issue. I'm saying that if you want to get a data of any IP address, open ports and the version of the if is then we can get the organization all data by exploiting. Yeah, exactly, guys. Well, but if in case if they are not using the 2.3.4 version, go with the other ports. Whenever you have seen the port version, just check for that one. Okay. If you are not getting any data from the internet, also not an issue. Now I'll show you the enumeration technique to find the vulnerabilities. Okay. So the enumeration technique is you open a new tab, open a new tab. So cd user share nmap scripts, hit enter. So this is a directory where we have all the scripts, vulnerable scripts for the vulnerable script to find the vulnerabilities on your target system. So this is the directory we have. So just took a screenshot of this directory. So here we have a lot of exploits, is a lot of scripts are there which is used to find the data in a target system. We have a lot of things are there, but you have to apply the filters here, because in this one, like suppose if you are targeting only the FTP port, so it will take a lot of time. Okay, so just type ls, use the pipe symbol, grep FTP, then hit enter, so that you only get the FTP port scripts. So this one also is similar to the scanning only. Enumeration is like in-depth scanning of in-depth scanning. So in the scanning, we have just found the open ports, but in the enumeration, we will find the vulnerabilities. Okay, vulnerabilities. So each script is a vulnerable script. It will scan the network and it will tell the vulnerability is there or not. Okay, so now what you have to do is, so just open a new tab. Okay, just open a new tab. So here type nmap. What is the IP address? 192.168.184.192 double hyphen script equals to, so just copy the script, just copy paste it, no need to remember anything, just copy paste the things, then hit enter. So now it will scan the network and it will show you if the vulnerability is there, you will get the vulnerability name. So the port number 21, anonymous FTP login is allowed. It's a kind of major vulnerability. FTP anonymous login allowed, the vulnerability is there. Without any login credentials, you can log in into the server using this FTP port. Are you getting my point? Without any credentials, you can log in into the system. It's not an exploiting the system. It is a default for every system. For every server, it will be a default thing. So they should be turn off this option, anonymous login allowed option. They have to turn off, but they have forget to turn off this option. So it will allows the user to log in into the particular server without any credentials by simply typing the FTP and then IP address of your target system. So here we need to mention the username. So username is anonymous. No need to type any password, just hit enter. So here you can see login as successful. So without any credentials, you can log in into your target system. Yeah, is it clear? So if there is any files are there, just type ls. If it is there is any files, you can download some files. So here they are not using any files, so you can exit from the things. So like this, you can find vulnerabilities by using the scripts. Okay, so here we have a one more thing is a pro FTPD backdoor. So this is the vulnerability. Okay, this is the vulnerability is there in your current system, current metasploitable 2. So if you don't want to search in the internet, you can just apply this vulnerability. Okay, yes, FTPD backdoor NSC, this one. So if the vulnerability is not here, I wrongly selected this one FTP Pro FTPD. If the vulnerability is not there, you won't get any data. You only get the normal scanning data you will get. So here I'm replacing with this one the vulnerability name VSFTPD. So here you can see, so it is showing that it is vulnerable. What is a backdoor? So FTPD VSFTPD backdoor is there. So version 2.3.5 backdoor. Vulnerable is exploitable. What is the CVID? So everything you can see here. Okay, so with this help of enumeration, you can find the vulnerabilities like this. So earlier what we are doing, we are just copying that version and we are searching in the internet, okay, for finding the vulnerabilities and exploits. We are just asking the internet, is there any vulnerabilities on this version?